But it shows our parliament is not there to serve the interests of the people. It is there to serve the interests of capital, to serve the interests of parliamentarians themselves, and to basically throw, if you like, crumbs at the people who vote, who put them there. BLF is going to parliament to change all that. We're going to have to ask them the question, why don't you want to use public services by law, which we provide to the people? So that is one of the things that when we come to parliament, we are going to be very strong on. Then I want to talk about Soweto and electricity. There's been a lot of unhappiness about Soweto and electricity, because Soweto doesn't pay electricity. Actually, majority of Soweto people don't pay electricity. And our people have responded, some of them, by saying, putting the blame of the Eskom crisis on Soweto because Soweto doesn't pay electricity. Oh, people want Soweto to pay electricity. That's the wrong attitude. That's the wrong response. Firstly, Soweto fought hard and continues to fight to keep the lights on. Soweto people fought hard to chase out Eskom when it brings the prepaid systems. Soweto people go to jail. Soweto people get shot. Soweto people suffer in struggling for maintaining access to free electricity, and it's a right thing. Instead of saying Soweto must pay, we must not assist the system to oppress the Soweto people. We must rather copy the Soweto people. We must, in everywhere we live, organize ourselves and simply refuse to pay for water, refuse to pay for electricity. Those things are basic necessities which must be given to us for free. Those are basic necessities: electricity, water, healthcare, education, and I want to add telecommunications, data. Now data must be seen as a fundamental right because it helps us to communicate. It's just like a language. All right. So we are saying no, do not say Soweto must pay, rather say Eskom must make electricity free for households. Households. Let us be clear, households. We're saying free electricity for households use. For your TV, for your fridge, for your geyser, for your lights, for cooking, that must be free. It's a fundamental right. What our people don't know, and our government has kept them in the dark, and political parties have done the same, is that in fact in South Africa, household use of electricity is about 20% of the total electricity consumption. So the rest go to industry. And now let me take you just one company, which was called BHP Billiton. Now I'm told it's called South 32. BHP Billiton in 1992 got a secret deal with our government to get cheap electricity. It is shocking. I mean, if you take one of their smelters in Richards Bay, in the year 2013, we were paying as ordinary people about 140 cents for a 1 kilowatt per hour, right? We were paying 140 cents. Do you know how much BHP Billiton was paying? Do you know how much? Or 22 cents. We're paying 140 cents per kilowatt. BHP Billiton, which is now today called South 32, was paying 22 cents. And you know how much it was to produce 1 kilowatt per hour by Eskom? 41 cents. Let me repeat that. We were paying, myself and you, for household use, 140 per kilowatt. A company, this foreign company, which is now we know President Ramaphosa's friends have got big shares in it, had a secret deal with Eskom. It was paying for one of its smelters 22 cents, literally. And Eskom was spending 41 cents to produce 1 kilowatt. So you see, I mean, it is not a question of things are expensive, things should not happen. It's a question of how our government is serving the interests of white monopoly capital and itself instead of serving the interests of our people. Now, we also must remind everybody, because people have forgotten, Eskom is not a private company. Eskom is a state-owned entity. In other words, Eskom is my company and your company. Eskom should not be making profits at our expense. Eskom should be serving our interests. In other words, Eskom should be producing energy for free for citizens, because it's a company that belongs to the citizens. Let us get that right. Eskom belongs to us. It's our company. It should not be making money out of us. That's the first thing. The second thing, people don't know this. Eskom mostly generates its electricity out of coal. Coal is not a commodity which is manufactured. It is there for free. You literally just scoop the ground. There is coal. God gave us coal. So we have Eskom. So the coal belongs to us. Eskom belongs to us. Why are they making us pay? You know, the shocking thing is this, that Eskom actually pays companies, take money, our money, again, give it to private people, let them start mining companies. They mine this coal, sell it back to us. Can I repeat that, please? Eskom give money to private companies to start mining, mines, coal mines. They get the mine out of the ground and they get prepaid to set up those mines, and then they sell that coal back to us. So basically, really here, it's a scheme to rob us instead of saving us. The coal is ours, Eskom is ours. Why are we paying? And there are some people who are saying, who don't know this stuff. Oh, you just want free things and so on. We have the capacity to provide these basic necessities to our people if we take the life of our people seriously. It has got nothing to do with payments. Let me give an example. They say the Eskom bill today is about 20 to 30 billion rand. Okay, that's what they say this bill is, which is a bill that must be paid, including this bill, including the Soweto bill. But do you know that, take one company, Steinhoff. Steinhoff, through corruption, disappeared 20 billion rand from government, from the PIC. And already we have written off, our government has written off about 4.3 billion of this amount of money. The problem is not lack of money. The problem is priorities and whether this government is willing to serve the interests of our people. There's enough money in the system to provide free electricity, to provide free education, to provide good health care for all, and I argue to give us free data. We will show as Black First Land First in our plan where the money can come from, where the money is sitting already to provide us these free services. But capital has colonized our minds to believe that these things are not possible, to believe that we must suffer, we must be slaves, we must buy these free things which are already there, which must be given to us for free. Gaddafi did it, Venezuela is doing it, but our people, a lot of people have even insulted me when I suggested that electricity can be given for free. Our people think that it's irresponsible to suggest this, because we are colonized to believe that we must pay, make money for capital to get access to basic necessities. This is how it should be. This is not how it should be. Basic necessities must be given to us by virtue of being basic. Water, electricity, even housing. These things are possible, but we have to change our mindset. Right now, we think like slaves, and we believe the system somehow is doing us a favor, when in fact they're making money out of us. Let me repeat this. There is not a single reason why we must pay for electricity for household use. Because Eskom belongs to us, the coal is ours, they must just provide. And this is what Black First Land First is going to agitate. And an interesting example will be, BHP Billiton uses 11%. Now, just go back to those percentages. If 20% of the overall use of generated energy goes to household, 20%, do you know that BHP Billiton, with this cheap deal, consumes about 11% of our energy? 11% of our energy, and they get it almost for free. And I'm saying to you, for household use, we only need 20% of the energy that is being generated. Now, half of what we consume for household use, half of it goes to one company which gets it almost for free. And you think that's a fair system? And you think that we must not agitate and demand that we get free electricity? No, let us not be angry at the people of Soweto. Let us not be jealous at people of Soweto. Let us not help the oppressor. Instead, let us be like Soweto. Let's say, don't hate Soweto, Be like Soweto. Refuse to pay for electricity. Organize in your communities. Destroy the meter boxes. Let the energy and water flow. Destroy the energy, the meter boxes. Let the electricity and water flow for free. Because these things are given to us for free. And we have the capacity to provide them for free. Get organized. Get shot by rubber bullets like the people of Soweto. Block roads. Demands free access to energy. Don't come and say, no, the Soweto people are being favored. It is not. And in fact, with time, I can also explain to you that if you look at the bill of Eskom, a large chunk of it actually is small municipalities where poor people are in the Free State. But our attitude also there must be free electricity for the poor. Do not pay Eskom. Insist that Eskom give us this electricity because it can and because it was set up to do this. And I'm told under apartheid, white people did get electricity for free. Well, even if they didn't get for free, but there was over subsidization in any event. Black people have to start taking themselves seriously and start having to believe that the state must respect us, must give us good quality service, and the wealth and the minerals who are in this country must be used in the interest of our people. It can be done. Imagine if tomorrow, for instance, we were to say the deal between government, between Eskom and BHP Billiton is come to an end. It will release 11% of the energy already into the grid. And the shocking thing about this deal, which they cut in 1992, and I'll talk to you about another time, some of the people who worked in the entity that regulates electricity at the time, the chief executive, Dr. Mkhwanazi, do you know what happened after this deal with BHP Billiton giving them basically free electricity? When he left the NERSA, which we call it NERSA today, he went to become a chief executive in one of the entities of BHP Billiton, and also they elevated him to a president of BHP Billiton in South Africa. You can see what happened there. Mkhwanazi literally gave our electricity for free to BHP Billiton. Now I'm told it's called South 32. And that deal started in 1992 being reviewed and extended. It will last until about, I think they say 2028. And this company, BHP Billiton, says in fact it must last forever. No, we're just being robbed here. It's not a question of cost on us. It's not a question of affordability. It's a question of whether we take black people in particular and poor people seriously in this country. In a country of 9 million unemployed people, you ask them to pay for a basic service which no one should be paying for because because coal is already there, and the power generator Eskom is our company as a people. Black First Land First is going to speak very hard on these issues and is going to push very hard for these issues so that our people can get free electricity, free education, which they said is not possible, free water, and I'm arguing free data. Why not? We want to be live on these channels.